down. With the last place team in the Western Conference in town, the Mavs thought Wednesday would be a good time to give veteran point guard Jason Kidd a night off, with Dallas playing their 10th game in 16 days since the All-Star break. The 36-year-old Kidd had averaged 36 minutes a game in 60 starts, but missed on 8 of his 9 shots in Monday's win in Charlotte, prompting coach Rick Carlisle to think a break was the way to go. Without him, the Mavericks eyed their 9th straight win against the Wolves team that didn't have center Al Jefferson. He was serving the first of his 2-game suspension following his arrest on suspicion of DWI. J.J. Barea in for Jason Kidd. The Mavericks starting lineup. Dallas home to Minnesota. Second quarter off the turnover. Barea ahead for Caron Butler. All was well early. Mavs up 13. Third quarter. Dirk's off. Ryan Gomes tries to save, but he finds Sean Marion, who happens to play for the Mavs. He scored 17 and had him up 79-68. Early fourth quarter, Nowitzki threw the lane on the two-fisted finish. He scored 22, hit just 6 shots, though, all night long. Mavs up just 4. Down a deuce, it's Johnny Flynn, the rookie from 3. Scored 19, gave Minnesota the top side of the scoreboard, with the Mavs answer right back with Nowitzki, who's pulling up on the jumper. Dallas up a point. Just over 5 minutes to go. Terry will knock it away, and he'll get it back on the other end with the finish. This one too close for comfort for the Mavs, who get their 41st win, 112-109.
They're a spunky team, though. They fight to the end. You got to give them credit for that. But at the same time, I think when we had them on their heels, we should really put them on their backs. And they made a run, and we was taking a lot of jumpers when they were able, to hit no shots, and they got back in the game.
The Mavs have a favorable stretch of games coming up. Over the next 5, they face 4 losing teams, including the Kings and T-Wolves, the Nets and Knicks. Steve Nash and the Suns had won 7 straight over the Clippers, and that trend wouldn't change. Opening quarter, Nash off the drive. He scored just 2 points, but had 13 assists, that for Amare Stoudemire. Second quarter, it's Jason Richardson giving it up for Amare. Suns up a point, and they break it open third quarter. Grant Hill finding Stoudemire down the lane on the hammer home. He scored 30, had 14 boards. In the quarter, the Suns outscored him 39-18 to put this game out of reach. Then it's Stoudemire, the steal, ahead for Richardson. When he scores, they win, and he does just that here on the throwdown. He scored 22. They get 7 threes from Channing Frye, and getting their 39th victory. Around the NBA, the Hawks get 21 from Marvin Williams, 20 more off the bench from Jamal Crawford, improving to 24-7 at home by way of a 112-93 victory over the Sixers. Zach Randolph's 29-foot heave banked home for a Memphis team which won a franchise-best 5th straight on the road. In addition to Randolph's 23, Mike Conley turned in a season-high 26 as the Grizz held off New Orleans 104-100. Carl Landry scored 22 against his ex-team, while Kevin Martin missed on 10 of his 13 shots against his former mates. And the Kings beat the Rockets on a night Tyreek Evans hit just 4 of 22 shots. John Salmon scored 22, while Ersan Ilyasova had 19 to go with 10 boards, lifting Milwaukee past Washington 100-87. The Blazers get 19 from LaMarcus Aldridge, 22 more from Brandon Roy, and topping the Pacers 102-79, while New York had 4 players hit for 20-plus, T-Mac with 21, Al Harrington led him with 26. Knicks hand the Pistons their 5th straight loss, putting up 128 points. So the top 4 in the East all win on Wednesday. The Cavs remaining 6 games up on the Magic. Cleveland has 11 of its remaining 20 games at Quicken Loans Arena, where they've lost just 4 times all season. Meantime, the Raptors currently in 5th. That's a half game ahead of the Bulls and Bucks. The Bobcats fall a full game back of the Heat for the 8th and final spot. The night's top trio of dunks begins with Nets rookie Terrence Williams, who turned in a career-high 21, but none better than this.
Terrence Williams with a flush. This is a guy who's strong, compact, and puts it away.
In at number 2, it's Amare Stoudemire filling the lane off the feed from Grant Hill.
Stoudemire to double, and that's what happened. Confusion. They created confusion.
And the night's best is LeBron. It's Mo the Giver James off the alley-oop reversing on this send home. It's our dunk of the night.
Oh, up top, major highlight. Williams to LeBron.
Scorches a 10.5 on that one. Blew that off the charts just then.
Our stat sheet stuffer of the night is LeBron James, who didn't need to do too much heavy lifting in Wednesday's win over the Nets. He still cut down Jersey and handing out 14 assists, scoring 26 points on 10 of 18 from the floor, grabbing 7 boards and picking up a trio of steals. Those 14 gives, one shy of his career high. It's King James filling up the box with our stat sheet stuffer of the night. The Bulls, one of the teams in the thick of the Eastern Conference playoff hunt, tied for 6th heading to Wednesday's tip, so losing a key player like Joakim Noah is bound to have an impact. Chicago's leading rebounder will miss the next 3 weeks recovering from plantar fasciitis in his left foot. Noah not only gives the Bulls just under 11 points a game, but he's among the league leaders in boards at better than 11 per tip. Vinny Del Negro's team is banged up across the board as Derrick Rose, Luol Deng, and Brad Miller all miss Wednesday's practice. Chicago is home to Memphis later tonight, and as we mentioned, the Grizz, a team that has won a franchise-best 5 straight on the road. Keep up with the Dime on Facebook and Twitter. But for now, our time is up. On the way out, call of the night. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Baskel.
Is in his grill. Williams steps into the jumper. E and Lopez, same team. Frustration. It leads to a Hickson bucket. No communication.
E and Lopez go up for it at exactly the same time. And
story of the Nets season.